Barry,
Yes.
we're going to start with you. Tell us
Okay.
a little bit about yourself.
A little bit about myself. Oh goodness, what do you want to know?
Well, Barry, where can people find you? What do you do? What do you call yourself? Are you a psychic medium? Even I had to think about that earlier today.
There's, there's so much to talk about on that.
That's
Uh,
the truth. That is the truth.
yes, I am psychic. I use any tool I can get my hands on, so you find me using tools that you don't normally see with most readers, such as shells, dominoes,
Mhm,
dice,
mhm,
uh, but I also use the normal tarot and oracle cards. Um, I started at the age of 16,
mhm,
and I've just continued to delve into more and more things as time went on.
mhm.
So I've been doing this for like 15 years now. It's quite a few years. But other than that, I do sell jewelry and stones and crystals and lots of goodies. And you
Yeah,
can.
I've been watching you do your crystal thing and your
I've
crystal.
been doing that a lot more than anything else lately.
Hmm.
So I do a live feed every Saturday for crystal sales. You can
Mhm.
find my website at lucidvision.net. I just recently added a subscription service so that you can actually subscribe to my email or SMS messages. And this month we're going to be doing a $50 giveaway to all subscribers. So if you subscribe to either the email or the text message services, you're going to be entered into the chance to win $50 January 15th.
Very nice.
Mhm.
So you have a show that comes on Facebook Live and YouTube also, right?
Are you talking to me or John?
You. We're still talking to you.
As far as the psychic shows,
Yes.
I was doing them weekly last month. I might start doing them again weekly this month. I'm not sure yet. With everything going on here with his mother and everything, it's been very difficult to be able to do long shows. That's why I haven't been too active on Best Psychic Source either, guys. So if you're looking for me on Best Psychic Source, schedule an appointment with me, and I'll be with you on Best Psychic Source.
Yeah, that's the one thing that people have to remember to go into the messages and schedule an appointment right now because as with our shows, we are building and we're sort of stretched
Yeah.
on times a week. We have the podcast, we have Michelle and I, we have the interviews, and we have BestPsychicSource.com where we're still giving away $20 for you guys out there to receive your free call. And it is a lot going on, but we are very grateful for that. Um, so we're just, working on things, and we are very appreciative that you guys out there are very patient. So today we're going to be answering questions because I was on John Red Eagle's show last night visiting, and a lot of people had questions, and they had iPhones and no computers. We're in the society where people want things quick, quick, quick. So I'm going to say, for those of you out there who would like to speak to one of our readers, all you need to do is share the feed and um, post your question in the feed after you have shared, and we are paying attention. And one of us, between Barry, John Red Eagle, and myself, because we're all over the place on everybody's separate page, will get you what you need. Right, gentlemen?
Correct.
Yep.
And I'm sorry we started a little bit late, but we had some technical doing, and I had to get myself ready because I'm with these two fabulous gentlemen today. So there you are. So now we're going to jump to John Red Eagle. John Red Eagle, tell us about yourself.
Like Barry said, that's a whole can of worms, but we'll try to limit it. Basically, I'm a Native American shaman, but I present myself as a psychic holistic healer. I think it's a more general term that people can understand. As a shaman, I don't only, I can read you, I can read what's going on in your personal life and relationships, work, things like that, but also in a manner of healing and whatever blockages you have personally.
Mm-hmm.
So it covers quite a large area. But the way that I was taught was through all my metaphysical studies, but also through many of my elders and ancient wisdoms that were handed down to me, and it's also a family lineage that I've been blessed with. And it's been a lifelong journey. There were things that I had to go through personally in order to get to where I'm at today so that I can help others. And that's what we're here for. For me, I have two main sayings that I always say is you dare to dream and you want to live life fully. And that's why I'm here. That's why BestPsychicSource and Barry and Max and everybody else is here, because we all have specific ways to help you. And that's our goal.
We do. And also, I have to mention Michelle Bassett-Rohr, my good friend. Irene is out there, and she's a medium and psychic located in Maryland. So, Irene, put your information in there too, because we're all about sharing. Sharing is caring. So, guys, if you are out there and you have any questions, we're going to get with it in a minute. Since we get so many shares, we're going to jump in. I'm going to say hi to Shannon King. Hi, Veronica, that's a different name. And kind of tell us where you're calling from, because the feed is going really fast and we have a lot of people joining us and we are very appreciative of that. I'm going to jump to Barry Big. Are you with me, Barry?
I'm here.
Barry, I've been hearing a lot on the street about you and your shell and dice readings. I see you have your board in the background. Can you give us a little taste?
Yeah.
Sugar of your dice.
So let's pick somebody from the feed and
we'll
do a show reading.
From the feed. Who in the feed wants to be our test today with Barry and the dice? So if you want to be a test with Barry and the dice, this is getting ready to throw the dice.
We're gonna do the shells.
Name up here. Say, I want a dice reading with Barry Bing right now.
I don't have the dice in front of me, but I do have the shells. But they work fairly the same way. So we're gonna
Let's go with the shell. If you want a shell reading with Barry, share the feed and put your name in the feed. Me first, or pick me. Can I do that? Can I put my name in there and say pick me?
I was actually drawn to Nicole Bridges as soon as I saw her name.
Okay, so let's do Nicole. Nicole Bridges. I feel like Bob Barker. Nicole.
Come on down.
Okay.
Nicole, just give me a question in the feed there, and I'll throw the dice for you. Not dice. I keep saying dice. I'm so used to using my dice. But we're going to use the shell. So as far as the shells and dice go for me, it is very similar. It's all based on numbers, and it's a number system that I use. So each number has a specific meaning, similar to using cards. You know, each card has its own meaning. Each suit has its own meaning. The only difference is we don't have any suits with numbers. So each number means something specific. You put it all together, and there you go. We have a meaning. Will my future get better for my son and I, is her question. So I use 10 shells. There's 10 shells here. And what we look for is the teeth side. We're looking for the teeth showing. This is back, this is down, and this is up. So we want to know how many are up. So I do this 3 to 5 times. Since we're doing a test, I'm just going to do a small intro with a 3 instead of a 5. Let's see. Will my future be better for my son and I? So the first one comes up as a 2, and 1 is very far away. So I want to make note of that. So the first number we're going to have is 2. 2s represent duality. It represents more than one individual being involved. So the fact that we're talking about you and your son, a 2 makes a lot of sense, okay? Now I did notice that there's 1 far away here, and I just want to make note of that just because it was standing on its side. So it wasn't up, it wasn't down, it was just midway. So I'm making note of that because I'm not sure if that actually means something for the rest of the read. So we're going to roll the shells again. And this one comes up as 6. 6 talks about a journey. It talks about the process, the development, where you're going, how you're getting there. Okay? That's the focus. So we want to focus on the fact that this is going to be a journey for you. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be something that you're going to have to process and get through to get to whatever this last number is going to be.
So I have a question really quick. Does she
Okay.
need someone to help her get through this?
It's got blurry. You see all this? Okay, what?
Shut up. Does she need someone to help her get through this journey? Because sometimes we have journeys to take and we think that we can get there all on our own.
Well, we're going to talk about that now.
Okay,
The
cool.
last number is a 3. The 3 talks about one of two things. Either herself or balance. Okay, that's the 2 meanings that I have for my 3s. It's either self or balance. So this here says that in order for her to process through this journey, she needs to focus on herself and finding balance in her life. So I want to say that right now I'm going to focus on the fact that it's probably balance, that she needs more balance in her life in order to bring that positive change she's seeking for her and her son. This also adds up to an 11, which is a 2. Again, it's about 2 individuals, it's not about 1. So they all add up to say, hello, it's for both of us. Okay? So basically we're saying that there is going to be a transition and a journey going on where they're going to find more balance.
Very
They're
good.
going to find that balance. But it's going to take a lot of work. It's not going to be handed to you. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be something that you're going to have to work towards.
Oh, I want stuff handed to me. I'm not a millennial, but I want stuff handed.
Now that one that showed up on the side could be saying that now we have a 3. And if that's the case, then it's saying that a lot of the things that are going on has to do with her situation. It's something that's going on personal with her that's causing the issues that are going on now between, things going on with her and her son. And then if we add that all together again, then we have a 3.
That sounds good.
So 2s and 3s are saying, it's very much about finding balance in your life. Very clear.
Barry, one of the things that I'm picking up as you're describing that about her is that the balance, one of the points that she should focus on, in my opinion, is to balance out not thinking about her son so much that she ignores herself.
Absolutely.
I completely agree with that.
But some of that
3s are so prominent. It's because she needs to focus on herself.
But some of that is what parents believe that they should do. They believe that they should worry. And sometimes if you take a step back, they can find a better path back to you or to you if you take a step back, but work on yourself, because we are all mirrors of each other. And by working on ourselves, we ultimately help the person that we are having an issue with.
And that's a hard concept for people to think about because they've never been taught that. That's why they're always thinking, oh, I got to take care of my kids first. But it's like the old analogy of, being on an airplane. If they lose cabin pressure and the oxygen mask drop, if you don't first take care of yourself, you can't take care of your child. It's the exact same principle.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're going to jump to John Red Eagle.
Now, no, I already put my 2 cents in. Go ahead, go back to Barry.
I was on your show last night. Okay.
Yes.
The number 3 show on Facebook.
The number 1 show on Facebook.
And Barry being 1 and 2, and you being 3. So I was on the number 3 show last night. Raw Light, Raw Light.
He could only claim that on Thursdays.
Well, I didn't say what day, did I? See, so.
So I was on the number 3 show on Thursday nights, guys, at 7:30, Raw Light. And there were some interesting things going on that I want to bring up. And I want to ask you guys a question. What are you finding with clients? They want stuff, they want answers to stuff, but are they willing to go out and do what you're asking them to do? Okay? What do you guys think about that? And for my clients out there, are you finding it hard to follow instruction from your psychic or your life coach or your spiritual counselor? Or when you get a reading, do you think these things should just magically happen without you doing anything at all? And Irene, if you're out there, please weigh in. Let us know what you think also.
Exactly.
Well, straight shooter, she'd be like, look.
So I find a lot of people, they get readings just to get answers for what's going on, and they don't actually do anything to change it. They just think that because we say something, that it's got to be that way. And that's not the case. We see the current flow and the way things are going currently for you. We don't say what's going to happen for your future. That is your choice to make. Are you looking to make changes to your future? Then you got to make them. That's all there is to it.
What are you?
Yeah, it's all about free. It's all about free will choice. I've been noticing that there's other psychics that do readings and everything online. They'll get 400 or 500 people coming after them and asking questions and things, and that's fine. And it's okay to put some stuff out there for free, but that's what they're expecting. And what I've noticed is, and this is people all over the world, whether it's a friend of mine in Australia or whether it's in England or wherever, even here in the United States, that you see some of the very same people go to them that come to us, and they're asking the same things. And so they're not willing to do the work. They're looking for somebody to give them the answer they want to hear. And trust me, if that's what you're looking for, you're never going to grow. You're never going to move forward, and you need to buckle down and take care of yourself.
Ooh, ooh. Do I say preach? Preach.
Hey, I mean, look, the great relationship that I have with Maxx is when she knows when I'm slacking off, and she gives me that in-my-face adjustment that I need. And that's what I love about my sister, is because she can do that. If I start to slack off, she cracks the whip. And that's what we're here for you, too. If you decide that you want to come to us for a reading, we're more than welcome to give you that reading. But listen, you have to do the work. You have to put it in, because whenever we tell you something, it's like Barry said, we're telling you something in the present. You form your own future by your own choices. Cut and dry.
So basically, they are the magician.
Yes, most definitely.
What do you guys out there think about that? This morning, I asked this question because this morning I was thinking, I heard this conversation about the millennial children or kids. And I think as adults, we are the same. We want instant gratification right now. Right now is what we want, instant gratification. We don't want to do anything, try anything. Last night during your show was saying, okay, I'm going to give you $20, which is a free call for most of the readers. I'm giving you a free call and $20, and you can't be bothered to do what is being asked. And so we have people asking personal questions. Is my husband going to leave me? Okay, I think that's personal. Take this $20 and go. But they're like, no, I want it right now. So, I had a young lady call me the other day, and she said, you do one free question. I said, yes, because I know where this is going. And she said, is my baby father going to be a part of my daughter's life? I said, no. No, he is not.
Max, I want you to look at
One question.
Sabrini Sargent.
Okay.
Said, insight with love, please. What do I need to do with inner work to attract a companion? I have been busting my ass since May and have made so much progress, yet I'm scared to end up with the wrong person.
Sabrina Sargent, that's a good question. Sabrina, I'm going to briefly touch on that, but I did post in the feed again where you can talk to Barry or myself or someone one-on-one. Right now, you need a life or spiritual coach. So I'm going to put my information in the feed, Sabrina, so we can help. You've made some changes, but you're still attracted to the same sort of man.
Right. And that's the fear that's being created. and not breaking free of past cycles.
Well, how does one, Barry, what do you think one should do to not repeat the same things?
It's difficult because a lot of people will repeat the same processes until they learn from it. It's really a hard answer to just broadly talk about. I think it's individually selective for each person.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing why we are trying to assist people. But I will say for myself, okay, instead of being afraid of selecting the same man, you need to date. Date does not mean that you walk out the door and whoever's standing on the porch you take. You have to go out on a date and see what is coming for you and how you react and how you interact with another person. So very good to be very brave for putting that there. Gabrielle has a question, so I'll let John, Gabrielle Indigo, John, I'll let you take her.
Okay, real quick though, back to Sabrina, real quick, is
okay.
Be careful not to fall in love with the idea of love. In other words, take a look at who the person is and what they have to offer, but also look at what you have to offer. It's okay to be with someone when you're both working through the same things in order to grow, but if one becomes stagnant, you don't want somebody holding you back. So I'll leave it at that.
Key word there, John, and she has a fear of transitioning and a fear of actually moving forward. She's stuck in the past with what she dealt with in a past relationship, and with that being said, she can't find someone who is going to, broaden her relationship. She just kind of attracts the same individual back into her life because she hasn't let go of that fear and that mentality that she's stuck stagnant. And that's that Jack of Clubs, the Leo in reverse.
Ah.
So
okay,
let's
cool.
ask her to chime in. What do you think about what our panel is saying? And I want you guys to know that after right before Valentine's Day, I'm going to have a whole group of male psychics on to help you young ladies find yourself a man, okay? And help you look at what you were doing. Because sometimes we go to female psychics, and I'm not saying that that's right or wrong. Stay away from the male psychics, but I'm going to make it so you can, talk to the male psychics from a male point of view in spirit. What you need to do to get what you are looking for. Okay?
Barry, what did you do?
Cat out.
You did something. And I hope it's not technical that I need to fix it, Barry, because
no, you're going to be able to fix it. I know. I already know.
Okay, good.
That was funny.
I don't know where the programmer is.
I'm like, 1 minute he's there, and the next minute it's like black screen, dude.
I had to call Barry early yesterday morning, okay?
Oh my God, that was hilarious. I'm sorry. That was great.
Okay, so we have a lot of questions out there. John, I'm going to let you look at the feed and pick who you're pulled to.
Okay, well, you had mentioned about going to Gabrielle, and I read hers, and she feels like she's being blocked as a writer, and she can't read for herself. And Gabrielle, I completely get that. I know Max had brought that up with one of our readers last week for the interview, and it is something that I think we all struggle through at one point or another. And it's the reading part about ourselves is deepening our connection. And so the only ones that are truly holding us back, because you're talking about writing, and you've been blocked for 3 years, in all honesty, honey, is we block ourselves. Well, and we need to figure what that is.
I wouldn't stay blocked for 3 years. I would find me somebody to unblock me. Which you need a cord cutting. Get yourself unblocked.
Oh my God.
Right.
That's the key. Now,
well, part of it too is that it's all about divine timing. So whatever she has been. What I feel like though, Max, is whatever she has that's in there that she's connecting with, is just building more energy and more information. And then once it does come out, she's going to be so busy writing that she's not going to be able to see straight, and nothing else is going to exist, because it's going to be like, oh my God, I got to get it out of my heart. I got to get it out of my head. I got to write it down. I got to go, got to go. And that's what I feel for her, you know?
That's true. But for 3 years, you can't keep me blocked for 3 years. Irene said that the male panel is a good thing. It's going to be fun, Irene. I might need you to come help a sister out, because I'm going to have Barry Bing, John Red Eagle, Rick Wood, Matthew Thomas, and a couple of other gentlemen from overseas. So we're going to do this thing with all men and myself.
That's going to be one long show. You know that, right? That's going to be a marathon.
I have to call a sister in. I may have to call in Irene and Michelle to help me. You know,
Might be an all-day event here.
Well, we probably could.
At the beginning of the year, and between Valentine's Day, New Year's, and a Valentine's Day, a lot of people are looking for love.
No, we can actually probably set that up, Max. Let's do an all-day event.
And I have to help them. Yes, okay, I can do an all-day psychic like they do with the evangelists.
All right, but wait a minute, Barry. You know better than this, because we have to have food catered in, because you know how Max gets when she's hungry, and I'm not dealing with the woman when she's hungry. Okay.
Barry, you do that. But you know what, Barry? I think that's an excellent idea. I think
I did too. That's great.
We should do it all day, and give people some time to get what they need. And while they're at work, you can sneak on during your lunch break, be in the bathroom doing your little text. Get the information that you need. So I'm going to let you guys pick some people in the audience to do some question answering things for. So I'm going to let you pick who you're drawn to. But guys, before they start picking, you must share the feed. And once I see that it's shared, then I'm going to let them go at it. So if you don't get a reading today, you can go on to BestPsychicSource for $20 that you can use absolutely free. So please share, okay? So what are you guys doing for the New Year's, other than entertaining me at some point on New Year's Eve?
I don't know. I've been debating on whether I want to drive over there and see you guys, but I told Marjorie and Lisa that they're going to have to do some cooking if
why don't you
coming
come
over.
down? Why don't you put Ann in the car and bring my niece and drive down?
Well, I don't know about your niece, because she's presently with her mother and uncle in Georgia visiting my niece. So I'm not sure when Sammy's coming back. But yeah, Ann and I were talking about it last night. So it's a possibility.
Now, I see a message that just popped into my range, and it says, how to unblock yourself and align yourself with the universe. I'm going to say to you guys, this is going to seem so easy, but it's so hard for a lot of you. You need to meditate. And meditation is something that people don't want to do. It's very hard.
Very true. If you go to my YouTube channel, which I haven't posted anything on there in a couple of months, but I will be. But there is one on there called Back to Basics, and that is it's a very simple grounding procedure, and then goes, and it's like a meditation, but then follows into what I call the white light orb meditation, and it takes a total of 12 minutes. If you can't spare 12 minutes for yourself each day, then something's wrong. You can give 12 minutes to anybody, and anything else you need to give that first 12 minutes of the day to yourself.
So let's ask people, why is it so hard to give time to yourself? Are you guys out there giving time to yourself?
On that same note, we have Sarah messaging here on the comment saying that she doesn't usually do that because she's scared to be open about her spiritual side. So it's a fear for her rather than just the sparing 12 minutes of her time.
Well, Sarah, let me tell you something about that.
Let's ask her this first. A fear of what? What is she afraid of?
And I can understand it. I can, because when I was young and I was, diving into this for the first time, I was seeing spirits. I was seeing things I didn't want to see, and when you see things that you don't want to see, that can put a damper right there on you, to want to open up yourself and be available, so just
That's true.
things that you don't want to see could be intimidating. But not everything is about, seeing things you don't want to see. There's so much more to it.
Yeah, it's also
She doesn't. You got to give it a chance because you don't know what you're going to say.
Well, see, when I was young, I was too open. I was so open that I was free game for anything. Spirits would come to me left and right, and I'd be like, no. Back up. So it led to me blocking myself off and putting a wall up so that I blocked off my entire spiritual side for a couple of years. And then eventually I got back into it, and I was like, okay, well, this is where I'm meant to be. And there's a whole story behind that about, how I ended up doing what I'm doing now.
sure.
Yeah, we'll talk about that another day. But
Yeah,
don't
for the 24 hours. We'll talk about that during the 24-hour show.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll get into stories like that. I think that everybody would find that interesting, actually.
But that topic, it's more like you're gonna end up doing what you're meant to be doing, regardless. Destiny has its way of saying, this is what you have to do, this is what you're supposed to be doing, just do it. And if you don't, your life is gonna feel like a living hell. Literally.
And now I'm going to say something to you guys out there. And you guys, okay, so let me say, there's a way to hear spirit and there's a way to speak to spirit. Now, by running, jumping, dancing, you open yourself to spirit. So the young lady that has been blocked for 3 years, you need to move your body, point blank. Okay? Because there's a little bit of confusion out there. Now, that's to unblock yourself. You can open yourself by dancing, singing, music, that you can hear spirit by meditation. Until some of us are clairvoyant, claircognizant, clairaudient, we have our different gifts. We tend to be clairs or telepathic or empathic or whatever the situation is. At the end of the day, you need to quiet yourself down, shut off your TV, your cell phone, and everything, okay? Sometimes you have to do that. We want constant stimulation because we don't want to be alone by ourselves. Cut your TV off, and, that's grounding. You can walk outside all day, hug a tree, but unless you have some quiet, get in touch with yourself, I'm sorry, you're partially connected. Shut it down.
So
Yeah, one of my teachers told me one time that there's two ways, like you said, you're either talking to spirit or you're listening. And the way he said it to me was, when you're praying, you're talking to spirit. In other words, it's only going in one direction.
Mm-hmm.
But when you meditate, you're listening to spirit. In other words, you have to be receptive. You have to turn your tuner to the right station, which means, like Max said, get rid of all the noise and everything else and pick that station or that frequency or whatever and listen. And the only way you can do that is through meditation.
And a lot of people don't want to hear it. You don't
True.
want to hear that you're not listening to spirit. You come to one of us and we're telling you what spirit is saying. You still don't want to hear it.
Right. Exactly.
Nerve to say, Spirit, Earth, Sky Father, whoever the deity that you worship, you have a nerve to say to me, why? And a lot of you women that are looking for men, is because spirit did not sing you to that man. Your body did. Okay? And that's just the way it is.
So there's a couple questions in the comments that I wanted to touch on.
Go ahead.
The first one was somebody was asking about if they can join our group, Best Psychic Source, as a medium. So in order to join as a psychic with Best Psychic Source, you need to go to the website and apply to be a reader.
Right.
Where is that exactly, Max? Is that under the FAQs?
It's under the FAQs when you go in.
Yeah.
Best Psychic Source, it'll say, not apply to be a member, apply to be a reader.
There you
then
go.
you have to go to the FAQs to set up an appointment with Kimberly. And then after your appointment, if you're accepted, then you're one of us. Yay!
And then there was also another one that was asking if they can book a reading today. So I'm going to let you know that if you want to book a reading today, then you can do so. Just let us know who exactly you want a reading with and reach out to us to schedule an appointment. I myself, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to have to go make lunch for the lady that I care for and do all that, and then I'll be back and available. So we just need to schedule things around time frames. I don't know what John got going on. I don't know what Max got going on, but we all got things going on. We are
accepted to our schedule, and I have posted in the feed for everyone how to get with us and how to take advantage of your $20. So if you look in the feed under my name, you'll see how to take advantage of everything that we are offering you. And
so the best thing to do is to go to BestPsychicSource.com, create your account, get your $20 free credit all ready to go. That way you're all set. After you have your member name, go into the reader's room on Best Psychic Source, whether they're online or offline. If they're offline, send them a message and say, hey, I would like to get a reading with you. Can I schedule an appointment for so-and-so? We'll get back to you within 24 hours.
And we have other readers out there. I see Debbie's and Vito's out there. I see Matthew Thomas is out there. So we have other readers other than small lovely gentlemen that are out there. So I would like a shell, because I like to make things difficult for Barry, because that's just how I roll.
So you want a shell reading?
Yes, I do.
Okay, now while you guys are doing that real quick, Gabriel or Gabriella, I'm sorry, I forget your name, but when I was going to talk to you a few minutes ago and then we got into some other stuff.
Go.
Yeah, please do me a favor. Get a hold of me on Best Psychic Source and leave me that question again. We'll get together because I do have something that I need to tell you. It's just has slipped my mind. I see what happens with me is Spirit talks to me and then I change focus. So, but I feel like there's an important message for you. Please get a hold of me on Best Psychic Source.
Absolutely.
And that happens, especially when we're doing our live feeds. There's so many people we're connecting to.
Yeah, the
And it's
going
right.
extremely fast. You guys are on several pages. So I'm even trying to keep up with it, but we shall do our best. But the thing that makes you stand out the most is when you share the video.
Exactly.
It actually says notification. So then I can best help you.
What do you want the shells on, Max?
Whatever I need to know.
Well, that doesn't help.
Whatever comes out. What do I
That is difficult for shells, but I'm going to see what comes up. We'll see what comes up.
Let's see what comes up. You should have had your dice.
Well, the dice are the same way.
Well, whatever I need to know, whatever area of my life is standing out, the spirit and my spirit guardian is standing on a mountain saying, Max, you need to blah, blah, blah.
The same concept with the last reading. I'm only doing 3 numbers. So what you have here is 3, 2, 4. So the center is the focus. The focus needs to be on the people that you surround yourself with. The 2 is the relationships, the people around you, the people that are close to you. The 3 in the left side is the focus on self or balance in your life. And the 4 is where you're going, which is a cycle of repetition. So this here is the self-relations and the cycles that go with them. So for you, you need to start making some more decisions and choices when it comes to the people you surround yourself with and how you see that going. I don't really quite understand where that's going as far as spirit goes, but I think that connects to you and you understand that.
I do. I do.
But it's your own choices as to who you surround yourself with and why you're surrounding yourself with these individuals and where is it going. That's the message.
I do. I totally get it.
That's part of the message. She got the other part.
John Red Eagle, you're out. You're
But
out
that's
of
only
here.
three. That's only three. So when I do a reading, I do 5 numbers. I don't do 3. So it talks more about the center, the past, the future, what direct energies are affecting you in the situation, what are the surrounding energies, the outside energies. The overall total number actually tells me a little bit about what's going on as well. So there's a lot more to it in a 5-digit than a 3-digit. And then I open that up with the cards to get more detail. The cards give me more information in detail, whereas numbers only give me the specifics.
That's cool. That is cool.
That is pretty cool. Outstanding. So if you guys would like shells or dice, you know where to find Barry. And John, hold on.
What?
We need to get John doing something because I'm doing all the work over here.
John,
Yeah, but I'm adding my expertise as well.
that's why he has a number 3 show, okay?
Oh God, here we go.
John Red Eagle. But you know, in John's defense, Barry, in John's defense, one night I went out with Kim and Quinn. Or Quinn, no, I went out with Kim in April. And I had squid. Okay?
Yeah.
The squid did not like me. It didn't like me. It was trying to escape. So I had to wake my brother up at 4:30 in the morning to help me.
Yes, she did.
In his defense, he is there when I need to be healed. John Red Eagle, I'm going to shoot you. You're going to be under the bus because Barry put you under the bus. So let me look at here and see what we have. Barry and I are going to pick out questions for you to put you under the bus because we can.
Well, see, it doesn't matter whether I'm under the bus. It depends, though, on whether I'm facing the ground or facing the bus.
Well, Anne Murray is in Scotland. Oh my God, she's in Scotland with Kim, and she would love a reading. And we can't give you a total reading, but I can ask that you ask a question. And if you don't ask a question, then I'm going to just have John give you whatever you need. Irene said age before beauty. They're old, Irene. I'm the beauty. So
yeah. So, and one more thing too is that please don't ask me a general question because it would take too much energy to pull something in when we're, have a small allotment of time. Please make it something specific.
And Rachel Elizabeth said, "Good job, Lucid Visions." That's our Barry Bing. So we have a young Scotland, and I'm waiting for her to get back to us to ask. She says she would love a reading, or if you're drawn, we are drawn to you, Anne Murray, but you have a specific question. Hi, Marcy Scott. How are you? Why are you saying ugh? What's going on? Barry, do you have anyone to throw at John Red Eagle? Let's put John under the bus.
Spirit Indian Guide. That's Becky LaFave wants to know about us. Actually, you have 2, Becky. There's both a male and a female. You had a previous life, at least one, as a Native American. And it looks to me as if one is your mother and one is your grandfather from that past life. And they had agreed that they would come with you to help awaken you and guide you in this life. So I hope that helps.
Yes, I'm sure that it does help. If she has questions, she can find you on BestPsychicSource.
Yeah, right. If you want more details about that, to where I can really focus in on it and such, yeah, please do that. And by the way, in the last life, you were a male. You're not a female.
Whoa.
So, and what happened to the other lady from Scotland?
We're waiting for Anne Murray to get back to us.
Okay.
Barry, getting ready to throw you under the bus, John. I'm just warning you. Go ahead, Barry.
I like tires. Do I know my guardian angel? Yeah, you know them very well.
Barry,
because they're always with you.
Barry,
Yeah.
I didn't mute you.
Quit playing with the keyboard.
And you know what? Joe Lipsky isn't here for you to be unmuted. because he did something himself. And I was sure not to touch anything.
Okay, so Anne Murray, yes, you
What
do
is
know
it?
your guardian angel, but your guardian angel is not someone who that you knew in this life that has passed on. They are only here as helpers. But your guardian angel is someone that you had connected with on an energetic level in the ether of the universe where we are all born. And this angel, because they are both male and female in essence, because they contain all the energy of the life force energy that there is. And so whenever you feel like something is, you feel like a warm embrace, or you get some kind of an inclination of something in thought, or you hear a familiar song, that's your guardian angel, but you have three, not just one. And they've been with you throughout eternity. So just keep on rolling with it. And, you know, as far as you know who they are, but you will learn a lot more if you just meditate and get into a quiet place, light a white candle before you and actually stare into that flame. And through that flame, their brightness, their essence will come to you, and then ask them their names. And I think that you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Okay, so we're having a little technical difficulty because Barry is muted.
Oh, maybe the cat did it when it took him off, knocked down his camera.
Oh my goodness. And the programmer is on a walkabout.
Well, did you hit something by accident, Max, whenever you were typing?
No, I'm actually typing on my phone for that reason.
Right.
Because I didn't want to hit anything. So for that particular reason, so Barry is going to be our typer. Is that Barry?
Yeah, he's calling you. Oh,
Hi,
shit.
Barry Bing. How are you?
Okay, there should be a button that looks like a microphone with a slash through it.
Where at?
On my picture.
Yeah, on the picture.
It's not though.
Just look for participants.
I cannot. I just.
See, this is what happens when you get new toys for Christmas.
Okay. This is what happens when you're doing stuff you shouldn't be doing. Now, didn't you guys see Joe leave me a note? I'm leaving, Max. Okay. That's not even on here, Barry, because he moved that screen.
Check the other screen.
Because it doesn't say that, okay?
Oh my God. All right, you guys do that. I'm going to go back over the stuff here.
Could you please pay attention to the people in the feed, John? Do something.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm not even playing with you guys anymore. I'm going to go to my own sandbox here. Oh, shit.
The host didn't, because the host wouldn't be touching.
Yes, therapist is right. It's a comic psychic show. That's what this should probably be called. And never let Max in charge of the soundboard.
I didn't do it.
I didn't do it. You have control of everything. I damn sure didn't do it.
Barry muted himself.
Well, unmute yourself then, Barry.
I can't find it. Oh my God.
I can see this might go a little bit longer today just for this very reason. And I got to plug in. I'm losing juice here. Shit.
Well, you should have had enough. Okay.
I did. I had enough going on, but
we're going to answer questions and Barry's going to type until I figure out how to unmute him. Okay. So
He's still talking on the phone.
Hi, Evie.
Hilarious.
Evie, can I just tell you, Evie Reiki, I cannot wait to have a drink with you later today because Barry,
Oh, shit.
my little Barry, and my brother John are making me crazy today. Our programmer has left. I won't be back for 2 hours. Barry
And we're like,
help!
help!
And then wants me to fix it, knowing that every time I have a technical difficulty, I call Barry Bing. And when people ask me how I did stuff on Facebook, I say, I don't know, call Barry Bing. Now, Barry Bing, the same man that I ask other people to call, is asking me to fix something. So just FYI, if you want something fixed on Facebook or if you need some technical stuff, don't call me. Please call Barry Bing, okay? I had our programmer call Barry Bing. I had John Red Eagle call Barry Bing. Don't call the brown girl because I don't know what I'm doing. I just show up and look pretty. Yay!
Now what did you do? Now what happened?
Oh my God.
What, Max, what are you doing?
That's Barry. That is Barry Bing.
Who the hell? Barry, quit playing with this stuff.
Or is Joe Lipsky doing it from wherever he is?
He probably is.
But I can tell you one thing, it's not Maxx Angenetta Jones. It's like Max's God, Joe Lipsky.
I don't even want to touch anything because I'm not touching nothing. If you guys can still hear me, that's great, but I ain't touching nothing.
But I didn't touch anything. But I'm sure it's Joe Lipsky. I am positive.
Yeah, we went interdimensional. That's what happened.
Or my computer is possessed. Hi, John Short. John Short's here. Brown girl in the solar system. Yes.
You know, we could never have something, you know, not happen to make it more exciting for the audience.
You know what?
And this, if you're not watching, this is what you miss. All the craziness.
Yes. Seraphis says it's a new adventure. Seraphis, this is a new adventure. Brown girl in the solar system. This is a new game show.
Yeah.
Because my computer is
Hey, look what something came up.
either by Joe Lipsky
Camera,
or Barry Bing, one of them.
wired headset. Okay. He's still talking on the damn phone.
Okay, I think Joe's fixing it. But you shouldn't have muted yourself. You have 40 people watching you and you mute yourself. Really?
Is Joe actually in the building or is he on his walkabout?
He must be on his laptop from somewhere trying to figure it out because he's not here. I don't see that. The next time you have to come to the building because you have created this, okay? Hi, Faye.
I told you, that's how we're going to have to do the round table.
No, you're supposed to be answering questions. It's like 40 people. Okay.
Oh, my God.
Yes, Marcy. Marcy,
I'm playing with my cards.
And Barry, but Barry did something he shouldn't have been doing. Okay? So with that being said, I'm going to try to answer as many questions as I can because I'm a good girl. I know, John Short. Brown girl is getting it today. Barry, if you touch another button, I swear to goodness. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see something. I don't even know how you muted yourself. But anyway, John Red Eagle.
I was going to say, don't touch anything, okay? Please. Nobody's asking questions because they just see the craziness that's going on and they're laughing their guts out right now. Like, what is with this bunch? Well, this is us. It's all completely natural, and laughter is the best medicine. So, hey.
So I said to myself, I said, okay, we're going to have a large crowd today with me, Barry, and John Red Eagle. And we do. You have an extremely large crowd on several pages. So, guys, with this large crowd, Barry, I mean, it's like 40, 50, 60 people, and Barry mutes himself and wants me, the queen of non-technology, to fix it. I am psychic. I'm not Dr. Spike.
Spock.
So there we go.
Career advance.
Okay? And Barry's still trying to figure it out. All right. Marcy, yes, we are very crazy. We are very crazy. But we are a crazy family. Let me see if I can. I know I can't help him out now because that says to say, it says more settings.
All right, now what happened to the screen?
That's Barry over there trying.
Come on, you guys. Jeez.
Barry, what are you doing?
I think Joe needs some backup. That's what I think.
You see, Barry, unmute me.
Yeah, and Irene says, remind me the purpose of today's show. I don't even know what it is, Irene, at this point.
The purpose of today's show was to talk to Barry Bing and John Red Eagle, but Barry Bing has muted himself. So
no, see, what happened was whenever you said about throwing me under the bus, see, it was a diversion to save me. So I got to thank Barry for that because I sent him a note saying, get me out of this.
Lucy Blakemore said, I was doing a reading on a website, but I'm not going to bother. It's just a chit chat between readers and not many questions being answered, which is the aim of your show. Hey, Lucy, I cannot totally agree with you. Sometimes when there are issues, we just can't let them get to us. And if us having fun is going to stop you from booking a private reading and accepting your $20, I'm really sorry about that. There are a lot of shows out there, and maybe they offer you a reading or maybe not, but I understand how you feel. Go with God and be blessed. Okay? So, yes, there is chit-chatting, but there's not a lot of questions because...
Well, there is one right here from Laura Scarpello. She says, what type of spirit or being has been trying to make contact with me, and what is blocking me from getting the message?
It's our higher self.
Yeah, it's definitely your higher self, and the only one that's blocking you is you. If you do what we were talking about before in doing your grounding and your meditation and blocking everything else out, and it's going to take practice. I think you have a lot of things right now that are busy and kind of flooding your mind. And once you can set those aside and make time for yourself, and you can do this through different ways. You can do it. Meditation is something as simple as driving without thinking, but knowing that you need to pay attention to driving. It can be music, anything that eases your mind, that blocks out everything else. I've had that experience where that's when I begin to get messages, because I block myself quite often, to be honest with you. So make more of an effort to meditate. I know it sounds simple, and it is. It's not easy, but it is simple.
It's easy if you just sit down and make time for it. I think that sometimes we don't make time for laughter. We're so serious that we don't make time. And laughter is how we actually connect to spirit through laughter, through music, and through all the other things. And we have to take time for that. And we have to be aware, that who we are and what our goal is. Because sometimes we can be sidetracked by our goals. You know what I mean? It's like, just like earlier with the technical difficulty with Barry. Instead of upset, I work through stuff, but I find that when you're trying to do something, someone is going to throw shade at you. Someone is going to get in your way. Someone is going to do something, say something. And I don't know if people say it or do it to knock you down or to be negative, but that's what's going to happen. You know, there's positive advice and there's negative advice. I have friends who will call me and say, hey, try this or try that or try this. And that's positive advice. But then I was doing a live feed with Corinne, and some girl said, hey, you need to get a steady camera because we can see up your nostrils. Well, yes, if you wanted to help out or to say something positive, you could have sent that on the side. So when people are trying to do something positive in their life, make sure that you are encouraging them to be positive. Make sure you're encouraging them to move forward. Make sure it's not you that's putting a dark light on somebody. So I'm going to say to all of you out there, when you are trying to do something, people are going to get in your way. They're going to step on you. They're going to do things. Ignore that.
Right. And another thing too is that just remember this, that when you laugh, if you're facing a situation at the moment, like we just were with this, when you're laughing, you're putting out positive energy and positive vibes, and things will come to you. If you're facing a situation and you start to get frustrated and angry, well, you're damn sure not going to get an answer. It's just going to make things worse.
Mm-hmm. Because I want to say to everyone, if you're struggling with something, find a better way. Now, Laura Scapello says, I've been struggling to quiet my mind during meditation because things are so hectic. If you can't quiet your mind to meditate, go to the gym, work out, okay? Get a life coach, get a spiritual coach, someone that will sit and breathe with you and teach you
Right.
a better way. That's the best way to do it. You know, there's a way to do everything instead of struggling. You know, a lot of my clients, because I coach my clients to be spiritual, to speak to spirit, a lot of my clients used to say, oh my God, I have to chant. I have to do these things. Yes, you do. This is what's being asked of you. Please get it done. You know, and at this point, I hear them saying, while I was meditating, while I was doing this, or it is a constant thing that you're being asked to do, but you can do it.
And don't confuse meditation for what everybody tells you that it has to be, because meditation is something specific for everyone. For me, I love to drive because I was a truck driver, but I can still do that, go out and drive my car, just going to one place or another, leave the radio off, or maybe I will turn on some music, and just to empty my head. That is a form of meditation. Real quick, Max, there's a woman here, Shawnita Farmer, who had asked a few minutes ago about anything regarding her career advancement. If you're still on, yes, there will be an advancement in your career, but not with the company you're with. I think you should start looking, and because an opportunity is going to come probably around June of 2018. So work towards that. Just wanted to answer that one real quick.
Hey guys, I would love to approve Barry, but Barry took himself out of the feed, and Barry knows that if I don't want to touch anything and mess up the feed. That is the issue. I am not the software person. Let me see something.
What it is, I talked to Joe right before we came on, and this is all a new software program that they've invested in. I think it's going to be great because I've seen it work on other programs. It's just getting more used to it. It's sort of like when you do go to a website that you don't know how to navigate it as well as you should, but once you get going, you get everything down pat, and that's what we're doing. So thank you for your patience and everything. Because it is something that we have to work through to make it a better quality for you guys and all the shows that we're going to be doing through Best Psychic Source in the future.
Yeah, Barry's still in the feed trying to help out, which I greatly, greatly appreciate. And it's funny that Joe came into my office and said, hey, I'm going to be leaving.
Oh, man.
He's like, you're going to have to shut down the best way you can, knowing But you know, it's in these moments that we find our greatness. And I can only say that I am extremely appreciative of everyone in your patience and everything. So we're going to answer a few more questions in, still have a large audience. So it says,
Yeah,
I'm creating online courses. Will it be successful?
I
Helena,
just picked up on that too.
yes. So we're on the
Yeah.
same page with Helena Gross. Um,
Yeah.
Helena, I am going to say your online classes are going to be successful, but again, there is this thing of faith and what needs to be done. Sometimes we create all these wonderful things and we expect for things to just come to us. We're not really prepared for what we need to do and what is being asked of us. That is the issue. So you're going to have to put in some work. What do you think, John?
I think that what came to me as soon as I read that, Max, is that I know she's probably following something that's been laid out by other people who teaches, this is what you do for an online course. I think that she's going to have to find her own voice and her own truth in how she delivers it and how it's going to come across. In other words, make it authentic to her. And that's what's going to, stand out. And it is going to take some work. It's going to take a little bit, of trial and error, very similar to what we're going through today.
And that's the thing. It's like,
Don't get discouraged. Just keep at it,
and that's the thing. It's easy to get discouraged sometimes. Again, I was listening to Steve Harvey and he was saying, there's a lot of things out in the world. He said, but you have to look to yourself and look to spirit and not let people throw shade on you. KT, I think I'm saying it right. It says, oh, wait a minute. KT is asking coaching, healing, and reading. How does my future look in this? Oh, she wants to be a coach. Katie, are you vested? Have you gotten your certificates yet? Because you would be a great coach, but working through your own issues would make you an even greater coach. So you're going to be
Exactly.
successful in the coaching field, but you need to work through your own issues. And after the show, I'm going to go through and just list and post some things that might help you out. If you look in the feed, you'll see Barry Bing. He's out there posting for where you can find him and where you can get stuff answered from him. Remember, you can find him on BestPsychicSource, and we are giving you a $20 discount to do that. So I'll let you pick some questions too, John.
I know Peggy Tripp wants to know if she'll be moving in 2018. I think the question goes, is she going to be moving to a new geographical location like another state or something? No, but there is the possibility you'll be moving from the domicile that you're in now, but it's only a possibility, and there's no real reason unless you just want to.
Well,
You
Peggy is running from her life, and she thinks a redo was going to make things better.
Right.
I'm going to ask you, Peggy, to look and find one of the readers on PPS, but Peggy's running. Get back to us, Peggy, and let us know if we're on track. Helena Gross says, right on, John Red Eagle.
Well, thank you.
My own voice. Irene says, I can't see or hear anything. Irene, Christmas, I don't know what you mean. Can you get back to me and explain what you mean that you can't hear or see anything? Let me know what that means.
I think she means she feels like she's blocked with her psychic gifts, I think.
And again, it takes us back to the same thing again. Meditation is the key.
Yeah, and it does. And something else that I read this morning before the show, because I like to read sometimes when I meditate, just to take stuff in. And it talked about basically depression and any other negative type of attitude or energy that we take on. And really the reason for that is because we're not being our true self. And a lot of people don't know how. We discussed it a little bit in an earlier segment of the show, in which we're taught so often, like ever since, we're toddlers, we're constantly told no, no, no. And so if we begin to explore what we feel, we're told to be something else that society or parents and teachers and religion and everything wants us to be. And we're not encouraged to be who we truly are as spiritual beings in a human body, and it's foreign to us. And I think that's why so many people do feel negative and have low self-esteem and are depressed and things like that. I recognize that in myself and even with my clients. And it's how to break out of that, and just accept yourself for who you are, where you are in the moment. You know what I mean?
Yes, I'm looking at the feed, and Katie says that she hopes the spiritual business is the right path. Katie, ask yourself, are you in the spiritual business because it's a business and you want to make money? Or are you in the spiritual business because it brings you passion? If you can find your passion, then everything else will fall into place.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, and don't misinterpret that word passion. Some people think, passion can be like, when you're so-called in love with someone, and then once that feeling falls away, that you're not in love with someone anymore. If your passion fades, then don't allow your emotions to rule what you're really passionate about or not passionate about. Don't question yourself, because it's going to stay there. You're just going to have times when you really have to face things that you don't feel like, okay, I'm not that passionate about this right now. But it's probably because you're going through a learning process. And once you figure out what that is and you apply it, then you're going to feel your passion come back, and it's going to drive you. So yeah, in all honesty, like Max says, you have to be doing it for the right reasons. Don't do it to be popular. Don't do it for money. You do it because it's the right thing to do for you. It's your calling, if that makes any sense.
yeah, and if you guys are out there, Irene just made a post, and she said sometimes it takes time. And that's the thing, we're not always willing to put in the time. I remember from our conversations, my friend Irene and I, and she said, she asked Spirit to help her with her mediumship. And I believe it wasn't until after her kids when things started coming through. So if I'm wrong about that, Irene, just let me know. But
Mm-hmm.
it takes time. And sometimes we want everything right now. We don't want to wait.
Yeah. And once again, I mentioned this before earlier, everything is about divine timing. There's a lot of things that I wanted to be where I'm at now spiritually, like 10 years ago. Because for me, just the waking up period started to happen in 1999 or 2000, and it's taken this long to get here. And I look back on the journey, and yeah, I didn't like it, to be honest, but I'm glad I went through everything to where I'm at now, because I am okay with me. I'm confident in my skills, gifts, and abilities, and I know that I can help people, but they also have to be able and willing to help themselves.
Now, why
And
do you think
you know what I mean?
so long? Because, I've been around people and they say, well, how'd you get here so fast? And I would say it did happen fast for me. It did. It actually
Mm-hmm.
happened very fast. But if I look at things, I had a lot of people. Like, I had a great teacher. My family was born a certain way. All of us was born a certain way. But
Sure.
I used to spend days and hours chatting with my friend Irene on how to advertise and how to do things. Now, like Irene and Barry and Joe Lipsky, I am not a technical person, not at all. But I will say this, if you surround yourself by like-minded people, you know, I am the queen of the Bible because that's how I was, raised. I mean, we were Native American, but we still had to know the Bible. And it says, when two or more are gathered that are the same. So I am very thankful for my relationships and my friendships in my life where I'm surrounded by like-minded people, people who are just like me. Surround yourself by like-minded people, people who are spiritual, people who will help you elevate. I don't mean to get rid of all the other people in your life. I just mean to surround yourself around people who believe in spirit, who believe in God, who can talk to spirit, who will show you how to build your business, who will show you how to be a better person. If you have to come to your friend and say, there's a shaman in my house that has no body, your friend is not going to look at you cross-eyed like you're crazy. So surround yourself by people who understand how to help you. Barry, I cannot find that button. I can't even find the screen. Okay.
Barry, if there's more than 3 buttons, Max is confused.
Okay. I am not. I'm good at a lot of things. I'm telling you how to what to do, what you should be doing. But this thing, let me see. New window options, show all windows.
Try that one.
Show all windows. Let's see what we got here. No, Barry Bing. I still can't find it. See, and you guys blamed it on me, but it wasn't me. It was Barry Bing.
I didn't do it. Not my fault.
Okay? Joe specifically said, Max, I'm leaving.
Does it go, Buzz? Yeah.
I'm leaving you here. Stay out of trouble.
Oh, it's too funny.
And I don't know. I cannot find it. Oh, wait a minute. I might have found it. John, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Pending. Participants 3. Let me see.
Okay, hit that, and then maybe you can add it on.
I see the button now, but now I got to find out how to get Barry back. Oh, Evie.
Oh, he said click the camera.
Click the camera.
Is there a camera icon there?
It said stop video. I'm trying to add him back. All right, so let me see.
See, I was going to say something, but now this started. Now I lost my thought process. But it was
attendees. So Barry, add yourself again, and now I know how to add you back in. So come on, Barry, come back if you can. It's just so crazy. Now I found the button to leave, but let's see. It says 3 participants, but I only see 2.
So what we should do is you get Joe to send all of us the video that he was telling me about on how to operate this, so we can all watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Just send us out a link. I'll watch it, because I have no clue, because you guys are doing everything from your end.
Well,
I mean, I got on, but
Yeah. Well, Joe's pretty talented in these things.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, definitely.
So, with that being said, I can't. I have to wait. Barry going to come back. Let me see. Click the button. Add my camera. Only the lost can control. Barry, I don't see your camera. It's not on here. Just John Red Eagles.
There should be another one though to add him, right?
I don't see it. And now he's asking me to send him a pic of what I see. Barry, I can't even. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Let me see if this is it. Now it does show it should be 3 participants, but let me see.
So it doesn't. If you hit that, it doesn't show all 3.
No. John, could you answer some questions while I'm trying to?
I don't know. I'm being amused by this myself. I'm sure everybody else is too.
No. No.
Oh man.
Sometimes people, I've been doing this for a little bit, and I find that people follow, host, active speaker view, gallery.
Okay, Sarah. I don't want to butcher names, so I'm just going to go with the first and last name. Gatsik says, how do you get into a place of feeling confident about your gifts and able to stay humble? Honestly, Sarah, one of the ways that I do it is just being grateful, um, making a grateful list, literally. And again, the grounding and the meditation, being connected with spirit is how you get more comfortable. And you go out and you exercise them. When something comes up, don't doubt it. Write it down, or if you have a close friend that you feel like you have a message for them or whatever, or even if you can do readings, card readings or whatever it is, your gift for someone. And then while you're doing it, you're going to gain that confidence. But at the same time, like I said, by looking at your grateful list and everything, and presenting it, it's like on my show last night. We forget all the things we take for granted that a lot of people don't have. For instance, being able to open your eyes when you wake up in the morning. Some people don't have sight. Are you breathing easily? Can you literally get up out of your bed without pain? Do you have a bed to get out of? I have faced those days where I've lived on the streets and I've lived in my truck. So I am grateful for these kind of things. That's what keeps me humble. I've been at the bottom of the barrel a few different times in my life. So I'm confident because I exercise my gifts and I meditate. I try on a daily basis to better myself. Nothing is perfect. If you become awakened and enlightened, I will tell you this too. It's not easy. A matter of fact, sometimes I think it's a hell of a lot easier to stay stupid and asleep, the way I used to be, because life didn't matter. Now I'm faced with challenges on a daily basis, but the rewards are incredible in how it makes me feel in helping other people. So look at the big picture from other perspectives, and it will keep you humble. Trust me.
Well, it is humble, but unless she starts to do her readings and to get out there, that's another thing. It's like you have to start with your angel cards and start somewhere first.
Right.
That's how
Right.
I see it. Now,
Well, she just added too, but there's so many readers who read and are so in their ego, it is shocking. But okay, the cool thing is, Sarah, if you see that and you sense it, then you're on the right track because you're picking up. Being an empath, you can pick up on the energies of other people. These are the people that are toxic that you want to avoid. It's no different than going to a car dealer in your own city. You're going to have somebody that's a good salesman go to another one, and they're going to try to rip you off.
but
You know what I mean?
what I think that she's saying is that she's finding that there are a lot
Mm-hmm.
of people who are stuck in their head.
Oh yeah, yeah, and there are a lot of people that are in their ego in their head. But you know what? You don't have control over them, and it's not up to you. So you just deal with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I understand, it's a great fear, and it is something that we have to deal with, because I remember when I first started doing the shows, it's there's a lot of things that go on, and I cannot say it enough. I'm blessed to have run into the people that I ran into that were there to make me feel safe and to welcome me in. So sometimes it's not always that easy. Um,
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it can be intimidating. I know the first time that I went to the mom, it was like, oh wow, there's a lot of people here, and nobody knows me, and it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a lot to overcome. But like you told me at that time, because you were coaching me then, it's about getting over the fear and facing that fear. You have to get yourself out there to do it. That's just part of the work.
it is, it is. And guys, I'm not ignoring you. I'm trying to.
She's still trying to fix this.
Yeah, Barry is
I might be here all day waiting on this.
At least I know how to end it. Answer the next question.
I'm working on it. I'm looking.
While we fumble around.
Ah.
All right, Barry. I'm just going to say I'm going to do a special interview with Barry tomorrow morning.
Yeah, you're going to have to.
Because I'm not able to figure this out. And people are asking me for the promo code and everything else. So I'm going to say this. I'm going to end the show, and I'm going to have Barry on tomorrow. Your name's not on there, Barry, or I'd be able to click on it. I'm going to have Barry on the show tomorrow. Or, yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. So if you guys didn't get a chance to really vibe with Barry Bing today, please, tune in tomorrow on Thursday. And I am going to ask John to invite Barry to his show on Raw Light on Thursday night.
Yeah, tomorrow night. Yeah.
Yeah, so that
Hey,
we can get this done.
real quick, something that came here. Brenda Downey says she's worried about her husband. He's in bad shape with his health, and the doctor gave him 6 months to a year to live. Brenda, that's a crock of bullshit. Okay, don't believe what the doctor's telling you. He has some issues he has to deal with. You're there to help him. There are alternative ways. I feel that if you seek them out, they will come. Don't stop looking for alternative ways or different opinions from different doctors. Don't listen to this one doctor. He is stuck in his own thinking. And you don't have to worry about this 6 months to a year thing. He is going to live longer than that, but you need to make sure you do all that you can to search out, like I said, either alternative forms of healing, medication, holistic healing, whatever. There's an answer out there for you. Unfortunately, I can't tell you what that is right at the moment, but don't claim what this doctor is telling you. It is not true for your husband. He's going to be fine. He's got a long road to deal with over the next 6 months, maybe 9 months, but he's going to be fine in the long run.
Okay, so with that being said, and again, I want to thank you guys for dealing with all the technical difficulties and laughing with us. You can reach, wait a minute, I'm getting messages in. It says,
Okay.
I'm getting messages in, and I will try to process them. So for you guys, you can reach Barry Bing and catch with Michelle and I tomorrow morning, Thursday morning at 8 a.m. if I can get Barry to wake up. And John, you can reach him on BestPsychicSource or Raw Light on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Again, thank you guys so much, and thank you, Barry, for trying to help me through this. Barry, I'll be calling you in 2 minutes. John Red Eagle, I will need you in the morning also. So
okay, cool.
I'm probably going to do from 8 to 8:30, and Barry after then. So thank you guys. Have a great day. Tune in tomorrow with Michelle and I, and have a great day.